this is Stampy, and welcome to a Minecraft Let's Play video. And another video inside of Stampy's lovely egg. Stampy's lovely world. You distracted me yesterday. You threw me one of your eggs and I got all distracted. Anyway, welcome to another video inside of Stampy's lovely world. As in every single lovely world episode, I am going to be joined by Lee Bear, who looks like he's part of the painting. You kind of blended in perfectly there, Lee Bear, until you started bouncing up and down. It looks like this really nice old classical painting, and then there's a big friendly bear face just painted onto the other side of it as well. I kind of just see your dancing nose at the moment there, Lee. Anyway, good morning, Lee. How are you feeling today? If you're feeling in a really good mood, then try and catch this egg, okay? Are you ready? Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, catch the egg. I don't think he caught it. I think he tried to catch it, then the egg disappeared. It was a silly joke egg. Anyway, I don't want a silly joke cake that's going to disappear. In fact, I do want it to disappear, but the only reason I want it to disappear is because I want it to disappear into my mouth. Of course, at the beginning of every episode, I have my cake for breakfast, and stop teasing me, Lee Bear. Stop showing me the cake, then switching it. No, I don't want pumpkin pie. Please, Lee Bear. Please, can you show me the cake? I know you're trying to make it disappear. I just want to eat the cake. Please, Lee Bear, please. Is he going to put it down? Yay! Nom 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 nom. Oh no, this won't do. Now, look, I've left one slice there. Right, I need to get hungry. I need to get hungry enough to try and eat that final little bit of slice. I just need to get the tiniest bit of hunger down, and then I should be able to eat it. There we go. I got a little bit of hunger down. Go, 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 go. And now I can finish my breakfast. Nyam. There we go. I now feel complete. Right then, let's go and head straight over to the love garden then, and let's announce who I'm going to be adding to it today. I'm actually kind of adding a family today, and that's because they had a special Minecraft and Stampy themed birthday. So I'm adding Fish Pirate, and it's actually her kids. I know that one of them's called Brandon, and it's also his sister I'm adding, but I sadly don't know her name. But yeah, you can see that they had a Stampy themed birthday. They had a big cutout of the Stampy cat from I Wonder on the Wonder Quest channel. There's also lots of mini games based off my games like Fist Me a Dish and Flower Power, and of course a big Stampy cat cake. So it looked absolutely amazing. I wanted to say thank you very much for sending me the pictures, and welcome to my love garden, everyone in the Fish Pirate family. Right then, Lee Bear, it would be a race time, and today we are going to have a bouncy race. And what we're going to do is we're going to be continually jumping, and you're not allowed to sprint and jump. You can only stay just jumping and then just holding forward, and then the first person to the doghouse gets to decide which dog we take. And you've got to make sure when you enter the doghouse, you can't stop jumping. You've got to try and jump through the doorway. And so the way we start is you have to begin by going through the big heart, but then it doesn't matter which route you take after then. Do you understand all of the rules, Lee Bear? Right, you're good. Let's begin then in 3, 2, 1, go, go, go. Let's go and have ourselves a bouncy race. There we go. I managed to get straight through the heart, and so did Lee Bear. It might be a little bit of a slower race today, seeing as we are just continually bouncing. I thought I'd try and be sneaky there and try and close the gate behind me, or I could do it here. If I'm sneaky, I could try and shut the gate, and then Lee Bear has to try and open it while jumping up and down. That worked really well. I was able to slow him down. Oh no, but he skipped through. He managed to jump down and beat me anyway. I thought I was being all clever and trapping him behind the gate, but he was able to win anyway. And that means Lee Bear gets to decide which dog I'm going to be taking with me on this video. So he's just going to stand behind whichever sign he wants me to take with me. And I don't mean the sign, I mean the dog. It looks like he wants me to take Benji with me. So where is Benji? Here's Benji hanging out with Barnaby. Barnaby and Benji. Sounds like quite a good doggy duo, doesn't it? All right then, Benji, you can come and join me. And I have been thinking that I feel like I need to get my dogs a little bit more involved. I took Flippy with me in my last episode, and the poor girl was just sitting in front of the building while we built it the entire time. So tell you what, Benji, you can come and you can have some fun, and I'm not going to make you just sit down next to what we're doing. I'm going to let you kind of join in. And look at that. That is the thing we're building at the moment, my firework-shop. In the last episode, we built the actual building. We built this big spire here. And if I just sneakily ender pearl onto the roof, I'll show you the dome. I actually improved it a little bit since the last episode. And by I mean improving, I mean made bigger. Basically, I made this big dome even bigger, so it's even brighter and more colorful. And it just means that if you're looking at it from like over here somewhere, it kind of kind of just stands out a little bit more than it did before, because it was a little bit pathetic before. And what I really like, though, is the fact that if you go inside here, oh look, a magical open chest. Yeah, if you go inside here, it looks really cool looking up on the ceiling, which I really like. So then, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be building the entire interior and making all of the firework whiz-bang stuff inside of here, making it all nice and bright, colourful, and a good place to make fireworks. And while I do that, Lee Bear, you can go and add the other spires. So I've done the first one there. We're going to add 3 more that are going to be even taller than this one, going up into the sky. So hopefully they're going to look a little bit like fireworks. They're more firework themed rather than exactly trying to look like fireworks. So Lee Bear, you can go and get busy doing that, and while you're doing that, I'm going to go and do my work on the inside, and it's kind of a little bit difficult to know where to start when looking in a big empty room like this. But I think the first thing I want to do is to add in the droppers for the different colors. So the way it's going to work is along this wall here. There's going to be pillars of all of the different colors that you can make fireworks out of, and you basically press a button, and then it's going to fire out a bit of dye into some water, and it's going to take it to where it needs to go, basically. And so I think that's going to be the first thing I'm going to build. So let's go and get rid of all of my tools and things, because I'm not going to need them for now. All I need is a whole load of color, and I'm basically going to line it up with the ceiling along here, so that we have all of the different colors that you can make. So it's 10 different colors that you can make. So let's try and grab these in order. I think it's yellow, and then it's lime, and then it would be dark green after that, and then cyan followed by blue, and then we got, I think it would be purple after that, and then, yeah, purple, magenta, pink, and then it's going to be orange, and then red's the last one, which I can't fit in yet. I'm just going to hold it here. So I basically need to do big pillars along here like this, and actually I need to leave a bit of a gap just so I can go and add in all of my droppers as well. So let's go along to here. I need to add the red in a minute, but I'm also going to go with, oh no, that's wrong, that's supposed to be yellow again. And so this is basically marking which color is going to end up coming out. So if I just go the whole way along here like this to the end, and I might as well do it all the way down to the bottom here as well. And it's also going to be where you stand when you're pressing the button. There's also going to be those colors there as well, just so you're 100% sure that you're getting the color that you want. So let's just go fill in the red there, and then we're going to do a big row of the droppers on the side over there. So let's go and get rid of all of this wool for now, because otherwise it's going to be filling up my pockets, and let's go and make ourselves some droppers. And the good thing about droppers rather than dispensers is that they don't fire out items as much, which is quite handy, and they're also really easy to make. All you need is a cobblestone and a redstone. So I need to make 10 of these for now. I'm going to need a few more later on, but for now I need 10. So let's see how many I can make. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. And I got plenty of cobblestone left. I might as well go and make a bunch more now, because I know that I'm going to need them later on as well. So I'm going to go along like this and put all of these droppers here, and then above them we're going to have a row of buttons so that when you press them the item's going to be fired out, and you can see that it lines up perfectly with the ceiling. So in the last episode when I was saying about how I was trying to do this the roof really specifically, that is why. See, I actually do put a little bit of a thought into these things. Right then, let's go and add where the water's going to be then. So there's basically going to be glowstone in the along here, and then the water's going to push the stream to kind of go and link up with what's going to be over here. So let's go and add in the glowstone now then, shall we? So the glowstone is going to be in a row along here, and then we need to leave a little bit of a gap. I think it's on the fifth one here. I think it is next to where the purple is. There's going to be a bit of a gap where the water's going to drop down, and that's just basically to make it so the water can go a little bit further. And then in front of this we're going to build up with these nether quartz, and the idea is that we basically I want to try and make it so that you can press the button, but you can't actually jump in to where the water's going to be. So you're not going to accidentally fall in and be turned into fireworks. You don't want to slip in that stream of water, yeah, because otherwise you might end up being sent into the sky and exploding, which won't be very much fun. So let's go now, and I'm going to make some stairs, some quartz stairs, and some half slabs as well, because we need them, because actually the floor is going to be mainly covered with half slabs later on, and the reason for that is because I want to have the water actually going under the floor, and so to do that, it's actually going to have to be half slabs. And I also need some glass as well to go along the top so you can see through, but as I said, not fall through. And I don't actually have any glass on me, but that's no problem because we have plenty of sand around here, which I should probably have cleared up anyway. So I can go and grab all of this, and I can go and throw it inside of my furnace, and then we can go and get some of the glass smelting. So I'm going to grab a little bit more. I think about 30 should be fine. There we go, 31, just for good measure. And whoa, what's going on here, Liebe? You're making a mess. And whoa, look, he's already finished the first spire. Looking good, Liebe, looking good. Can't wait to see the progress at the end of the video. All right, so let's go and throw this sand in here. I actually got some more nether quartz in here, which I can grab as well. I had that smelting from before, and so I'm going to have the glass going along here. Oh, actually, what I think I should do is do the colors along here, as I said before. So rather than using this nether quartz here, if I use the color wall again, I think that's going to look a little bit better. So all the floor is going to be white like nether quartz, but all of the walls and ceiling is going to be all bright and colorful. So let's try and do it in the same order. I think it's all kind of fallen into the right order anyway. Actually, no, it's not. I need purple now, I think is next, and then magenta, and then pink, and then it's the orange, and then the red, sadly, again. Can't fit in with the rest. So let's go and do one more row of these colors along here like this. Once I put them in order, it's really easy to paste them down fast. So this way you can doubly see for sure which color's going to go where. And I haven't regretted having Benji running around yet. Everything seems to be relatively safe, and he hasn't got in the way too much so far. And I say so far, Benji, because I want that to continue for the rest of the video, please. All right, so let's now go and we can grab a little bit of the glass that should have smelted, so we can start placing it in. And I'm going to get some of these. I get a bit more nether quartz, and I get these slabs as well. And we can go and try and fill the rest of this in. So we're going to have steps, I think, leading up to here, just like this, so we can stand where we need to be. And actually, we need glass along here as well. And so this way, we should be able to reach the buttons, but not the but not anything else. So I do need a little bit more glass, and so let me just work this out. So there's going to be half slabs all along the floor here. So I actually think we need the steps to be a little bit higher. I think if the steps are there, wait, no, they can't go there because then we won't be able to actually see where the wall's going to be. Like, I want to be able to see the wall, but I also want to I want to be able to stand in the right place. So let's go and do blocks in here and fill this in like that. And then if we just do half slabs rather than stairs, and you see, then I can go and stand on top of the half slabs, and I'll be able to press the button, but I can also just about see where that is. So if I now go and put the steps here, actually, they should all fit in quite nicely like this. And excuse me, Benji, please behave. So I'm going to get rid of these few half slabs I put in here, and I'm going to go and add these steps back in down there, and then this side should be almost done. The only other thing I really need to add in is the actual buttons, and of course the die, and that's going to go in the dispenser. So I'm going to run up here, I'll press the button, and then it will fire it out, and then the water is all going to be trailing down through there. So this is where the colors are going to be, but we also needed to add all of the other elements that go into making fireworks. So you also need gunpowder and paper, and then you can add other things like feathers and glowstone and that, just to make them look even cooler. And so what we're going to do on this back wall over here is we're not going to worry about colors. We're just going to use blocks of quartz for now, and I'm going to build a wall here, and we're basically going to do kind of like the same thing, but rather than filling them full of color, it's just going to be making all of these different items get fired out. So if we kind of build up around here like this, and build along here like this, then I'm going to add the rest. All of my droppers are going to go up here somewhere. So let's go and add in this here, which is where the buttons are going to be. Then I'm going to go and add in all of the droppers along here. I'm not sure how. I think I might actually need 7. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think it's 6 I need actually. So there's gunpowder, paper, fire chargers, gold, feather, glowstone. Actually no, and diamonds as well. You can use diamonds if you want to do a very fancy and expensive firework. So yeah, these are all going to be along here. And because we don't have the colors, what we're actually going to do is we're going to put item frames on top of the droppers. And not everyone knows that you can actually do this. But if you put them on top, they still work. If you fire an item out, it just fires through the item frame. And so I can go and now grab some of the items that I have in this chest here, and I can just go and put them straight into here. And yeah, we can have all of the items that we need. So I think we'll have gunpowder and paper are the most important. So we'll put these in here, and then if I kind of sneak around the side, I can put the actual items in, so that when I press the button, they're going to go and get fired out. So then there's also the gold you can do as well, and then there's the feathers. I'm going to put inside of this one here, diamonds if you're very fancy. I've only put 4 diamonds in. That's the maximum amount of diamonds I'm willing to waste on fireworks. And then the last one was actually glowstone, but it's glowstone dust rather than actual glowstone. So what I'm actually going to have to do is break away some of this glowstone, and if I accidentally put any glowstone in the wrong place later on as well, then I can go and just throw it all straight in there, so it won't be wasted. I also destroyed the floor a little bit, so I can go and put that back in. All right, let's go and put the glowstone in there. So this side is looking pretty good as well. So now I just need to go and do the same thing that I did before with the glass. So it needs to be half slabs. Well, this is where the glass needs to be. So this needs to be normal blocks up to about here. And I'm going to go and fill in this area here a little bit as well. And then I'm going to fill in down there, just so that when we add all the water, it doesn't escape. And I'm also going to make these nether quartz into nether quartz blocks as well, because we need to have a few more of these, because we're actually, as I said, going to cover most of the floor with half slabs as well a little bit later on. So let's go and fill in that there. And then we now need to go and add in some more half slabs, which are going to be along here like this. And we can actually leave a little bit of a gap there because no one's going to see it, and go and add in a few more steps. So let's go and make a few more half slabs, because I need a few more of these to go along to there. And now I can go and add in these steps, which are going to go along here just like this. And I actually need a few more nether quartz. I think there might be. There we go. I got a whole nother stack of these in here. This should hopefully be enough to cover up the rest of the floor in these half slabs. Let's go and make a few more steps. And I can go and place these along here just like this. And this place looks a little bit messy now. I might actually break away these steps here and kind of just make it so this is all kind of just a bit of a raised area here, and so it all links up. So if I kind of just fill this in here like this, and go and do another block down there, then this way it kind of looks a little bit nicer. I might actually add a few more half slabs here like this. So this is just kind of a little bit of a higher area, and then I just need to block this bit off there a little bit, and I need to now go and grab some more glass and then go and put it up there. Actually, I'm going to grab this glass and I'm going to throw some of this cobblestone in there, and I think I might have got a little bit more cobblestone here as well. So I'm going to leave the cobblestone smelting in there, and then I'll be able to make a few stone buttons out of that a little bit later on. But now with this glass, I can go and do exactly what I did before and go and place it in a row along here. So then that way you can just go and press the buttons, and all of the items are going to fall down into the water, which is going to be underneath there. So I guess the next thing to do would be to add the water actually in then. So there's going to be a little hole in the floor around this area here, where you're going to go and gather up all of the materials once they've eventually come out. So I'm going to kind of just dig a tunnel in before I actually add in the water, just to kind of mark out where it's exactly going to be. So I'm actually going to have glowstone along the floor here, and looks like there's a little bit of a cave hidden underneath me. I didn't know that was here. I think this is built over one of the old buildings that used to be in this area. So there's often some weird looking basements around the place. So let's go and add this glowstone in along here, because this is where the trail of water is going to go. And then once again, like the other side, it's going to drop down a little bit lower, so it actually goes underneath the floor and goes and links up with the other side. So where did it come out on this side here? I'm gonna have to kind of break things away a little bit just while I'm building it, but I think this here, yeah, this is where the water is going to come down on this side here, and so it's gonna go down like this a little bit, and gonna go down this way, and then they should hopefully link up about out here, and then I want them to end up coming out around this area here somewhere. It doesn't matter exactly where it ends up coming out, as long as it's kind of in the floor somewhere around here. So let's go and break away a little bit more of this floor here, and a little bit in this direction as well, and try and make it so it all links up. And I think I ended up digging a little bit too far down there. Let's go up a little bit higher and try and work out how this is all going to link up. So it's going to go to about here, and then it's going to go down this way, then hopefully end up being there. So let's just add some dirt now, because this is all going to be under the ground. It doesn't really matter what it looks like too much. And then the other thing to work out is where it's going to end up going down lower, because it kind of needs to go down a little bit lower here somewhere, just to make sure it can go further. So I think the easiest way to do this is just to add in the water, and just see how far the water goes, because the tricky thing is to make sure that it all ends up going in the right direction, because water can sometimes be a little bit weird in terms of the way it flows. So the trick is to hopefully try and make it so it all kind of goes where we exactly want it to go. So I might have to just fiddle around with this a little bit until it goes where I want it to go. So I know I need to have some water coming down here, so when any of the items get fired out, they're going to go to this stream here, and then I need to add a couple more bits of water over into the area where the dye was, and then hopefully this should be enough. So I am actually gonna have to break away this glass for now, which I always hate doing. I hate that sound, but it should be okay. I only need to break away one bit. Then I can add a little bit of water here. Then I can go and do the same on the other side down there, and hopefully it's all gonna link up and go exactly to where I want it to go. I have a strong feeling that isn't what's gonna happen, but we're gonna test it out anyway and see if it all goes to plan. So this is all gonna go down here, and aha! It does go to exactly where I want it to go, but this bit down here doesn't actually seem to go far enough. So what I could do is if I just dig it down so it goes a little bit lower, it should make it. There we go. It now starts to spread a little bit further. There is a bit of a weird pit underneath the ground there, which I need to fill in a little bit. Actually, that block needs to go. I need to get rid of that there, and there does just seem to be a little bit of a weird hole down there. But do you see what I mean? Because what I'm trying to do is make it so it all goes to the same place, but it's kind of making a little bit of a weird dip down there. So I might actually make it so this bit goes down lower. The whole way around down there, but remember, all of this is going to be covered up by half slabs, so all of this won't be seen. It's all going to be under the ground down there. But at the moment, you can see that this water kind of isn't mixing properly. Like, this water here seems too strong, and it's kind of spreading a little bit weird at the moment. So that's going to be the thing I'm going to have to struggle to try and work out. But in theory, it should be working. So let me just go and have a little bit of a test to go and see that if it's at least working on the side where the dyes are. So let me just go. Let's just go and make some dye. I guess I can go and just gather up some of these flowers. I can go and gather up some of these yellow ones down here, and I'll go and get some of these red ones as well. And then we can at least make some red and yellow dye, and I guess some orange dye as well from these ones, which are really easy to make. So let's go and turn some of these into some dye. Shall I make some orange dye as well? Yep. And I'm going to go and also make the stone buttons as well by grabbing some of this smooth stone from this chest here, and let me go and put down some of the buttons. And even though it won't be working completely yet, I should be able to have at least a little bit of a test to go to see that whether in theory it's going to be working at all. So let's go and add in some of these buttons along here. I want to make sure that I add some down on that side. I also fell into my pit of water. I've made such a mess. I made it look so nice and pretty in here, and then I ended up making a huge mess out of it all. So let's just go and try and add some of this stuff in there. So I can add some orange into this one here. If I jump up here, I can add some red dye into this one down here, and then in the yellow side I can go and add some yellow dye in there, and I might actually just add a button on one of these as well, just to show you that this kind of would be working. So see, if I press that, you'll see that the paper comes flying out. And then if I go to this side down here, I'm going to go and press these two like that, and you can see they all go and make their way into the water, and they'll eventually make their way, hopefully, down to where this block here is what the plan is, or they're all just going to go and get stuck down there. I think I made this too high. I think I need to make that area a little bit lower, and then the entire thing will be working. But sadly, we have actually just about I ran out of time in this episode. It seemed to absolutely whiz past. And don't worry, Lee Bear, I did not forget to admire your spires. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and stand over here. Then I'm going to do a slow turn around and have the reveal of what the firework-shop's going to look like from the outside. So da-da-da-da-da-da. Whoa, that looks cool. Don't you think that looks really cool? And I can't wait to see it when it's at nighttime as well, and to see them all lit up and glowing with all of the glowstone in the middle. I think they look pretty awesome. So what we're going to do is in the next episode, we are going to go and try and finish off building everything on the inside here and sort out this mess that I made in this episode here. And yeah, then we can go and use the workshop and try and make ourselves some very special fireworks and do a little bit of a fireworks display. So that's what we're going to be doing in the next episode. I'll be leaving a link in the description to that episode, which should be online very soon. But for now, I want to thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you all later. Bye!